Are you ready for the driverless revolution? The dawn of autonomous vehicles can be traced back to the early 20th century when the dream of self-driving cars first began to take shape. At that time, it was a concept so futuristic that it seemed more of a flight of fancy than a realistic goal. Fast forward a few decades to the mid-20th century, and we see the first serious attempts at creating autonomous vehicles. Scientists and engineers began experimenting with rudimentary forms of autonomous technology, such as cruise control and automatic parking. These early innovations laid the groundwork for what was to come. The 21st century ushered in an era of rapid technological advancement, and with it, the autonomous vehicle industry took a giant leap forward. Perhaps the most significant milestone was the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, Grand Challenge. This competition, first held in the early 2000s, encouraged teams of engineers and scientists from all over the world to create vehicles that could navigate a course without human intervention. The race sparked a flurry of innovation and proved that autonomous vehicles were not just a dream, but a reality within reach. Next came Google's self-driving car project, now known as Waymo. Launched in 2009, this project took the concept of autonomous driving to a whole new level. Using a combination of sensors, cameras, and complex algorithms, Google's self-driving cars were able to navigate roads, recognize obstacles, and even obey traffic laws. This project set the stage for other tech giants and car manufacturers to dive headfirst into the world of autonomous vehicles. So, from a distant dream to a tangible reality, the journey of autonomous vehicles has been a fascinating one. It's a story of vision, perseverance, and relentless innovation. As we stand on the brink of a new era, we can only wonder what the future holds. And thus, the driverless revolution was set in motion. But the road to autonomy is not without its obstacles. Indeed, the journey to a world of self-driving cars is fraught with technical and regulatory challenges. Firstly, let's talk about the technical hurdles. The creation of an autonomous vehicle is a Herculean task. It's like teaching a car to think like a human driver, only better. It must learn to navigate complex roadways, understand traffic signs, and anticipate the behavior of other drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists. This requires a fusion of cutting-edge technologies such as artificial intelligence, sensor technology, and machine learning. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is the brain of an autonomous vehicle. It processes information from sensors, makes decisions, and controls the vehicle's movements. But designing an AI that can handle the unpredictability of real-world driving conditions is no easy feat. Then there's sensor technology. These are the eyes and ears of an autonomous vehicle, feeding the AI with crucial data about the car's surroundings. LiDAR, radar, and camera sensors must work in perfect harmony to create a precise 360-degree view of the environment. But making these sensors robust enough to withstand extreme weather conditions and still deliver accurate data is a major challenge. Next, regulatory obstacles. Unlike traditional vehicles, autonomous cars require a completely new set of rules and regulations. These rules need to address everything from data privacy and cybersecurity to liability in the event of an accident. But as daunting as these challenges sound, they have only spurred more innovation. Advances in AI have made autonomous vehicles smarter and more capable. Recent breakthroughs in sensor technology have improved their reliability and performance. And although regulatory changes are slower, they are happening. Countries around the world are gradually updating their laws to accommodate autonomous vehicles. These challenges, however, have only fueled the pursuit for a driverless future. They've ignited a race among tech giants and auto manufacturers to overcome these hurdles and bring the dream of autonomous vehicles to life. And as these challenges are met head-on, we inch closer and closer to a world where cars navigate themselves. Yet, as with any revolution, there are concerns and controversies. We can't talk about autonomous vehicles without addressing the elephant in the room: safety. Yes, these vehicles are designed with the promise of reducing human error, but the question remains, can we trust machines to make split-second life-saving decisions? The infamous trolley problem comes to mind. If an autonomous car must choose between hitting a pedestrian or swerving into oncoming traffic, what decision should it take? And who should be responsible for making these ethical rules? There's also apprehension about job displacement. Millions of people worldwide are employed as drivers. The rise of autonomous vehicles could lead to significant job losses in sectors like trucking, taxi services, and delivery. While some argue that new jobs will be created in fields like software development and vehicle maintenance, the transition might not be smooth or immediate for everyone. And then, there's the issue of accountability. When accidents involving autonomous vehicles occur, who's to blame? Is it the manufacturer, the software developer, or perhaps the owner of the vehicle? There have been several high-profile cases where autonomous vehicles were involved in fatal accidents, sparking heated debates about liability and regulation. Moreover, these vehicles are heavily reliant on data, raising concerns about privacy. They need to collect and process vast amounts of information to operate effectively, and this could potentially be exploited. What happens if this data falls into the wrong hands? Who has access to it, and how is it being protected? Lastly, there's the question of infrastructure. Our cities and roads were designed for human drivers, not machines. Will we need to redesign our cities to accommodate these vehicles, and who will bear the costs? These concerns and controversies continue to fuel the debate on autonomous vehicles. As we inch closer to a future where cars navigate themselves, it's crucial that we address these issues head-on. After all, a revolution is only successful when it's inclusive, ethical, and safe for everyone involved. So, as we rev up the engines to this driverless revolution, let's make sure we're not leaving anyone in the rearview mirror. Despite these challenges and controversies, the possibilities of autonomous vehicles are limitless. Picture a world where vehicles are so smart, they can make decisions for us, reducing human error and potentially saving countless lives. Autonomous vehicles could revolutionize the way we travel. Instead of sitting behind the wheel, we could be reading, working, or even sleeping, as our cars safely navigate the roads. Imagine no more traffic jams as intelligent vehicles communicate with each other to maintain optimal flow. The daily commute could become a time of relaxation rather than stress. One of the most exciting prospects of autonomous vehicles is their potential to significantly reduce accidents. Human error is a factor in an estimated 90% of road accidents. With advanced sensors and algorithms, self-driving cars are designed to react faster and more accurately than a human driver, potentially saving millions of lives. Autonomous vehicles could also provide unprecedented mobility for those who can't drive, such as the elderly or disabled. The freedom to travel independently could greatly improve their quality of life. The applications of autonomous vehicles extend beyond personal use. Think about autonomous taxis providing efficient and safe transportation 24/7. Or self-driving delivery vehicles, ensuring your packages arrive on time every time. Even public transport could be transformed, offering flexible and efficient services without the need for a human driver. But it's not just about getting from point A to point B. Autonomous vehicles could reshape our cities. With less need for parking spaces, we could reclaim our streets, creating more green spaces and pedestrian areas. And with reduced emissions from electric autonomous vehicles, we could enjoy cleaner air and a healthier environment. The possibilities of autonomous vehicles could redefine the way we live and move. As we stand on the brink of this exciting new era, we have the opportunity to shape a future where technology serves us, improving our lives in ways we can only begin to imagine. But the question remains, are we truly ready to embrace this driverless revolution? Let's delve deeper into this thought. First up, infrastructure. The creation of autonomous vehicles is one thing, but the infrastructure to support them is another. We're talking about smart roads that can communicate with vehicles, charging stations for electric autonomous vehicles, and maintenance facilities designed specifically for these high-tech machines. While some cities have begun to adapt, the transformation is massive and will take considerable time and resources. Then there's the matter of regulations. These are crucial to ensure safety and accountability in a world where human drivers are replaced by algorithms. Currently, regulations vary widely from one place to another. Some regions are welcoming, others are cautious, but on the whole, the regulatory landscape is still evolving. Legislation needs to keep pace with technology, and that's a race that's far from over. Now, what about public acceptance? We humans are creatures of habit. It's difficult to let go of the wheel, both literally and metaphorically. Trusting a machine to make split-second life-or-death decisions on the road requires a leap of faith. There are also concerns about job losses in driving-related sectors. However, it's important to remember that every major technological shift in history has been met with resistance, only to be accepted and integrated into everyday life over time. And finally, there's the question of preparedness on a personal level. Are we ready to let go of the thrill of driving, the sense of control, the pleasure of a long drive on an open road? Perhaps some of us are, while others may not be. But the question remains, are we truly ready for a world where cars navigate themselves? That's a question each one of us must answer individually. Collectively, we need to prepare our cities, our laws, and ourselves for this impending revolution. It's a multifaceted challenge, but one that holds the promise of a safer, more efficient, and more accessible future. With that said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and until next time.